Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. I am here with these grinding flat discs here. These are Daka discs by Dakazoo. I don't know. So far I've been pretty... There's an internet thing there. That's how smart I am when it comes to computers. Anyway, if you want to look them up, they're actually on Amazon. They were, I don't know if these were the cheapest ones, but they were right down there with some of the cheapest ones, and they came with a whole bundle of different ones. And I gotta say, I've had them for a while. I honestly am fairly new to these flat discs. I know they've been out for a while, but I've only been using them maybe the last couple years. But I tell you, a couple years ago I bought these, and I haven't done a ton of metal work, unfortunately, in the last couple years, and I really want to get back to it. But I'm doing a little bit of grinding on some, actually some axes that I'm getting ready for summer, even though we probably aren't going to be able to go camping this summer. Hopefully we'll get out there at some point. But regardless, what I'm doing is, after a while, these discs around these edges get pretty bad, but the inside edges aren't so bad. And I saw, I don't know what they were, but it was one of these type of discs, and you could go in and they had a thing where you could kind of cut them down piece by piece. And I thought, you know, why can't I do that with any disc? And here's where I say, I'm not responsible if you do anything I do. If you don't like the way I'm doing something, don't do it. And if something happens to you, I'm not responsible, because this could probably, and for all intents and purposes, become dangerous if you screw up. So there's your warning right there. You probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to, and I'll show you kind of what I started doing here. And honestly, not positive it's going to work, but I think it will. And I'll show you what makes me decide to do this. I got the side of this pretty shiny. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty shiny. And then on the other side I went over it too, but it's not shining up, not grinding down quite as fast. And so I just decided I was going to try this out. Now the disc I showed you is one I took off that still has a little life in it, so I'm not using that one, I'm using a different one. But regardless, the idea is the same. And your first thing, safety glasses, and I got a mask here. Now I don't know if this mask, that's another thing. You're shooting dust and debris into the air that could be very harmful to your lungs. So yet again, you choose what you want to use for your safety. And there you go. There's a nice new edge up here. It cuts back this part of it without, it doesn't appear to have harmed any of that. It looks almost brand new, and I promise you this was pretty well used up. So it's obviously going to be shorter now, and you could contaminate your stones if you use that for anything else. And you could contaminate this stone if you're using it for something specific. So got to watch for the cross-contamination stuff if you're worried about that. But we're going to try and grind some stuff down here. That's the shiny one. This one. Alright, well, I think that worked out pretty well. Now I know I'm going to get excited people out there about ruining my axe because I did this to it, but it's a cheapy Harbor Freight axe. I've been doing this for probably the last 10 years, and so far it still stayed alive. It got left outside. This one got left in the damp shed for years, and it was my dad's, so I'm going to clean it up. And quite honestly, this for the bang for the buck, you can't beat this axe right here. Yeah, it's got some screws to hold the head in, and I've beat on it some and throw it in a bucket of water every now and then to keep the head on, but it just keeps kicking right along. I sharpen it up with one of these every year before I go camping, and it slices clean through a piece of wood with no problem whatsoever. Regardless, this is more about this right here, and I think I got a pretty good idea of how to make these last just a little bit longer. Alright, thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and I'm obviously master of none. You all have a good one.